Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a Helm weave chainmail bracelet using rubber O-rings and jump rings. So what you'll need for this is I have the rubber O-rings here, and this is a size 12 millimeter, and I have 3 packs, so I have 30 total. And over here I have 6 millimeter 20 gauge jump rings, and I also have 10 millimeter 18 gauge jump rings, and these are both open jump rings. I also have 2 pairs of pliers. I have a chain nose plier and a bent chain nose plier. You can always use 2 pairs of the chain nose pliers, but I prefer using a bent nose with my dominant hand. Just makes doing a little bit of the chainmail easier for myself. So this is what we're going to be making here. This is the Helm chain, and as you can see, it's a stretchy bracelet because I'm going to be using those rubber O-rings. So before we jump into actually making the bracelet, I want to give you guys a little bit of a guidance on how to size this bracelet. So what I'm going to do, and like I told you, I had 3 packs of the rubber O-rings, and that gives you 30 of the rubber O-rings. And just as you can see here on my bracelet, they kind of go 2 at a time, so they go in pairs. So what I'm going to do, just to show you guys, I'm going to line up 2 and just kind of put them next to each other against my ruler here so you can see just how big it's going to actually be. So let me just line this up, and like I said, this is 1 pack, so you'll get sort of, 5 links when you stack them up, and you'll get about 2.5 inches with 1 package. Now I do want to say that this uses 30 and 3 packages. And as you can tell on my mandrel here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it over the top, and it kind of fits around my 6.5 inches, but I can kind of stretch it to 7, 7.5, 8, just depends on how tight you want that to be around your wrist. So I will let you know that if you want a comfortable one, this will give you about between 6.5 and 7 inches. I'll say that, because it can kind of vary a little bit, as you can see. But if you want to wear it loose, this is the size that you'll need, and you'll need 3 packages. If you want it bigger, definitely pick up a second package, definitely pick up a 4th package, because that will give you all the extra rings that you need, because I don't imagine you'll be adding an extra 2.5 inches. But you could if you like, if you're making kind of a different design. But that hopefully gives you just a little bit of a guidance on the size of how to do this bracelet. So now we're going to jump in, and I'm going to show you how to construct it. So go ahead and take your pliers here, and let me just move some of this out of the way. So to begin, what you're going to do is you're going to take your bent chain nose pliers, and we're just going to open up one of our 6 millimeter jump rings here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook on 4 of the rubber O-rings. Now this will start to be a little bit tight, but don't worry, they'll lay once you get the jump ring closed. And again, this is why using that sort of bent chain nose is really nice, especially for this type of a project. All right, so just close that jump ring up nice and tight. And now what you're going to do is just separate those 2 so you have kind of a little 4 sandwich kind of work in there. So now just go ahead and set that down, and you're going to pick up another 6 millimeter jump ring, and just go ahead and open that up. Hook it onto one of the ends there, and now you're going to kind of just move it with your fingers and hold it, and you're going to add on 2 more of the rubber jump rings. And get your pliers in there, and just close that up. There we go. And now this is what I have. So I've sort of linked 3 together so far. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my 10 millimeter jump rings and go ahead and open that up. You don't need to open it too much, just enough. I'm going to go into the second jump ring here and kind of slip my jump ring through there and up through the sandwich, and then kind of make sure that this one folds down and it comes all the way around, and I can kind of bend it so it's coming through there, just like so. And now I'm just going to close up that 10mm jump ring, making sure it's nice and flush. And now I can take those two and sort of bend them back over. And as you can see, I got my jump ring and it's sort of just trapped and sandwiched in the middle there. So I'm going to do another link just to show you. But this is all it takes. It's just super easy, and you just keep going in the same direction. And I'll show you how to close it up when we get to that point. But to do your next link, you go ahead and take that 6mm jump ring, hook it around those two on the end, add on two more jump rings, add on two more of the rubber O-rings. And get your chain nose pliers in there. And just close that guy up. And now we're going to take another 10mm jump ring, open that up, and now you're going to slide it through here, kind of through that little sandwich area, and get it around through the top. And it helps me to fold these down. You don't have to if you don't want to, but just kind of to keep track of where you're going. Close that up nice and tight, and fold your rings back over. And you just keep going in that same manner. And I'm going to keep going until I have the length that I want, and then I'll show you how to finish up those last couple of links. So I'll be back to show you that in just a moment. So to finish up my last link here, I'm going to take my last 6mm 20 gauge jump ring, go ahead and open that up, and I'm going to loop it onto the end that I've been working through. And now I'm going to attach the other side, these two jump rings on the end, and I'm going to just slide them on there. And close up my jump ring. So now this is where my join is, right here. So now I'm going to take my last two 10mm 18 gauge jump rings and finish off those last two inside loops. So just go ahead and open that up. And again, just kind of slide it through that sandwich area right there. Now these ones are a little bit trickier because you can't fold it down, so you can go all the way through and kind of pull it out to one side and sneak your pliers in there and kind of close it up on the outer side there. And then you'll be able to kind of just slide that back down just like so. So last jump ring, and then we're almost done. And just close that up. And we are all finished. So that is how to complete a Helm weave chainmail bracelet with the rubber O-rings. And you can find all of these supplies, and we'll have a listing for this exact project on our website at beadaholique.com.